Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Friday, the 18th day of March, 2022, Friday of the second week of Lent. Coming to you this morning from the Grand Magnolia, that's at the Magnolia Circle, coming down from the side of, that runs past the side of our community center and our chapel. On this very beautiful morning here in Carolina, as you can see, beautiful blue sky. It's going to be hot today, warm today, warmer than usual, but it is a nice temperate morning. In our readings today on this Friday of the second week of Lent, we now move more into the narrative of salvation history. And the first piece that we hear is from Genesis, and it is the selling of Joseph into slavery. Again, Jacob's son, his most favorite one, because again, as it says in the narrative, he was born in his old age. Joseph is not the youngest of the son, that is Benjamin, but Joseph is the one who finds his father's joy and wonder, and so basically is happy. It makes Jacob very happy. And so Joseph, however, has a bit of an attitude, and so this becomes something that the brothers do not like so much as other brothers. Again, there are 12 brothers, again, the foundations of the 12 tribes of Israel, and so there is this sense in which there is animosity between Jacob and his brothers, and because of the arrogance of Joseph, the brothers decide to do away with him. First to kill him, but then Reuben, the oldest, will say, let us sell him into slavery so that we can make some money and that we would not be guilty of murder. And so, again, murder is not yet a commandment. Not to murder is not yet a commandment. This is still early on in Israeli history. And so there is this desire to be able to get rid of this annoying brother and to move on with their lives. But we'll see that this action, again, leads to other kinds of actions, so the kinds of decisions that will bring Israel further along in God's plan for it. Interesting thing, again, always about this passage, about the story of Joseph, which is also a great play by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Joseph, the Mason Technicolor Dreamcoat, which is currently in rehearsal at Gibbons High School, our high school here in the Diocese of Raleigh, and will be performed, I think, at the end of the month or something like that. So anyway, the story about Joseph is the understanding that God can turn our actions of hatred or animosity or pain or whatever it is into something glorious and wonderful. And that is important to remember always, that sometimes, again, we are not just locked in a dead end or a dead, or a dead alley or whatever it is. We have the possibility, through the help of God, to find more, even in the decisions that we make that do not end well or that are not done in the best possible ways. Connected with this is Matthew's gospel of Jesus giving a very dire kind of prediction about rejecting him. And it's at this point, and this is all throughout the Synoptic Gospels, but we hear Matthew's version of it today, in which Jesus has had enough of the Pharisees and their inability to realize who and what he is. And basically he says to them, everything that you had is going to be taken away from you because you reject me. And the parable about the vineyard owner who sells the land or who gives the land to people to work on it and who don't want to give him the produce at the end in the due time and due season, but want to keep it for themselves, and they kill all the messengers, including the son of the vineyard owner. Again, connections to God and to Jesus and to the prophets, and Jewish authorities rejecting him, and Jesus' again dire warning, reject me and die. But yet we will see what happens when those who reject Jesus, ultimately do what they say that they're going to do. And is it death for everyone that results, or is it something more? Again, the opening of what God can do, even in our own brokenness and our own fears and our anxieties, how God can lift us from that and change us and change our lives, is something that we need to be more in tune with in this Lenten season. Something that helps us be able to recognize more and more the power of God that works among us, that works within us, that helps our world to see its way through its hills and valleys into that glory that God designs, that God desires for all of us. And may the Lord give you his peace.